Classification: Secret. Since April 27, 2007, Estonia has been under attack by the world's first cyber attack against a country, and the political and economic infrastructure within it. The believed reason behind these attacks is because of the preparations to remove the Soviet-era bronze soldier, a World War II monument. The initial attacks included the sites of the Estonian President, Prime Minister, and Parliament, to name a few. The attacks were considered unsophisticated, and seemed like a cyber riot, instead of cyber war. U.S. Estonian contacts saw these as political attacks, coming from Russia. Russian forums gave out tools to people to carry out attacks. The initial attacks were spam, and defacing websites. The press of Estonia swiftly accused Moscow of being responsible, blaming the attacks on their objections to the movement of the statue. On April 30th, a more coordinated attack including DDoS attacks began taking down sites of the Estonian government. The government network was designed to handle 2 million megabits per second. The servers were flooded with nearly 200 million megabits per second of traffic. The attacks used botnets from all around the world, and shifted on random intervals to make it difficult to defend against. The longest attack was over 10 hours, and created over 90 million megabits per second of data on the targets, effectively shutting them down. A few days later on May 3rd, the botnets began attacking private sites and servers. Banks in Estonia were shut down, save a few, but it came at great monetary costs and shut down international banking. Main news sites within Estonia were also targeted. A passage in the cable reads, "Imagine if you can, the psychological effect, when an Estonian tries to pay his bills but can't, or get the news online, but can't." The Estonian government now sees that the internet is a dangerous threat to infrastructure. The climax of the attacks happens on May 9th, the Russian anniversary of the end of World War II. To cope with the increased traffic, the Estonian government quadruples the amount of traffic that it can handle, from 2 to 8 gigabits a second. During the following days the attacks subside, with a small spike happening on May 15th, temporarily bringing down servers. In the following days, the Estonian government contacts Russian ISPs, but get little to no response. This adds fuel to the fire in the Estonians, who believe Russia is behind these attacks. On May 29th, Konstantin Koloskakov, a resident of Transnistria, a small area between Romania and Ukraine, claims responsibility for the initial cyber attacks. Some note that the attacks were too sophisticated for an amateur like him to pull off. The Estonian government believes Konstantin is a scapegoat of the real attackers. This video was made to raise awareness about WikiLeaks. If you believe in freedom of the press, please help us by following the link in the description.